I stole this take from you, so just do it because I did it a couple of days ago. No, I referenced you. I credited you, but you're
okay.
Do your Last Dance thing. Just give us the official KD Kyrie in the Last Dance.
Okay. So it's fun. I get it. To play musical chairs with KD and Kyrie. What uniform are they going to wear? You get on the trade machine. I get it. This would be my offer to them if I was Joe Tsai. I would go and get 2 Last Dance DVDs, not stream it, the actual DVD. So you got to really commit and say, guys, what is this movie about? And it's about Michael Jordan's greatness and it's about teamwork. It's not. It's about a group of guys, namely Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan, who are very upset with management. But rather than flee, they say, you know what? Let's print up the binders and write The Last Dance on it. And we'll go hard. And when we win, it will be a celebration with the management, but we're really sticking it to the management. Now, that theory works if you subscribe to the idea that Kyrie feels disrespected and that's why he wants out. And as an ancillary downfall of that, KD feels disrespected on Kyrie's behalf. Now, I don't know if that's true, but if they're upset at management, then they should Last Dance it. And I've yet to figure out, we're almost 2 weeks into this KD thing. Why does KD want to leave? No one has given me a straight answer that makes any sense. And now Chris Haynes is saying that he's gone 0 dark 30 and not answering anybody's call. It's not because he wants a better chance to win, because Brooklyn is favored in the East if they come back. It's not because
one of the favorites.
Okay. It's not because he doesn't want to play with Kyrie, because there's reports that he does want to play with Kyrie. It's not the money. The money's going to be the same, not the contract. I don't think it's Steve Nash. He handpicked Steve Nash. And if it was, he could go to Sean Marks and say, let's move Steve Nash. If it's Sean Marks, he could go to Joe Tsai and say, let's move Sean Marks. And if it's Joe Tsai doesn't like the ownership group, then you wouldn't have Robert Sarver and the Suns on your wish list. So what's the issue? I haven't figured it out. Only
Your
just
Last
general
Dance,
discontent.
This is the same strategy.
Management, go to Last Dance.
It's the same strategy I did for Grantland Basketball Hour, if you remember, in October. I went to you and Jacoby and I was like, this is probably our last dance. Let's go out with an Emmy. Let's make the greatest show we could make. I'm really proud of that show. They were really good. We made 10 and then, we didn't, we basically got shelved, but it was very similar. It's, a lot of people don't mention that Last Dance part.
No, they don't.
So your Last Dance analogy, everything is there except for playoff success.
True.
And I think Kyrie is just so much more, I'm trying to be nice, erratic, unreliable than Pippen, who Steve Kerr said was the greatest teammate he ever had.
Okay.
And who got surgery before the season as an FU to the team. But other than that was pretty reliable for those guys. Kyrie, I think the problem with Kyrie is he's one of the most unreliable athletes we've ever had in a team sport.
Okay. Just to Kyrie's defense.
No.
Scottie Pippen got elective surgery. Wasn't elective. It was a surgery that he needed, but he postponed it so he could miss weeks of games.
Wasn't
Michael
great.
Jordan was
hard one to defend.
Yeah.
Spiteful, some people would say.
Kyrie took a week off for some personal matters, and the whole vaccination issue we'll put over there. They also had Dennis Rodman on the team, who had excused absences to wrestle
and play and go to Vegas just to gamble,
just to hang out, to hang out with Carmen Electra. So the idea that Kyrie is on the same plane as those guys, I think is unfair. Put the vaccination stuff aside as a 1-year New York quirk, let's say New York law quirk. Put that aside. This year, what is preventing Kyrie from, let's not say 82 games, let's say 60 games. So you know what? Let's pencil in 10 games.
How about Kyrie this? What if I did game show? 82 games or 82 minutes? What would you bet on for Kyrie? If you could only pick one of the two.
Then of course I'm not going to pick 82 games. I just don't think I don't think he wants to. I don't think it would be wise to do 82 games.
How about 55 games or 55 minutes
55
for Kyrie's
games.
seasons?
I would go all in. I'm all in on 55 games.
All right, 65 games or 65 minutes.
65, but that's it. 66, that's
so
it.
66, you're out. You're tapping out.
67. I'll go the whole way. It's like the
this
boiling
frog thing. This be a good FanDuel bet. How many games will Kyrie play this year?
I'll get back up all the way to 82.
I would say the over-under for him is, for games played this year, I think cannot be higher than like 55 and a half.
In a Nets uniform, or you're saying
if I'm FanDuel, if I'm setting that line, the period, games played this season, I think it has to be like 55 and a half. Maybe even lower. Maybe it's 50 and a half. Because you're trying to attract equal betting action on both sides, right? Some people go into that and say, oh, he's not playing under. So you got to have some sort of thing. Anyway, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No. So I think that I don't think this Lakers deal gets done. And I think because...
Well, you know why the Lakers deal is going to get done? It's simple economics. Westbrook costs $11 million more than Kyrie. The Nets are a tax team. So not only would they have to take a worse player, but then they would also have to take on like another $50 million in tax bills. And Joe Tsai, I mean, this guy's like a ruthless businessman. He's runs Alibaba. He's not going to be like, oh, cool. Let's set more money on fire because Kyrie doesn't want to be here anymore. So he's in the fuck you mode.
Okay. So you think it's so if you don't think Kyrie is going to get done, and I'm not sure there's no way that the Nets are going to win the KD trade.
I think he stays.
I think he stays too. So here we go. So now they just need a motivation to stay. And that is like, stick it to the management. And here's the other question for you.
I think it's the most likely way that it plays out, but I think it could be KD and Kyrie just goes away until the season starts and they figure out some sort of trade before February would be my prediction.
Two more things. One, why is Steve Nash still the coach of that team? Steve Nash was there's reports that, he wasn't handpicked by Durant. Like, okay, I've seen the videos of Durant and Steve Nash working out in Golden State. Maybe it's just a big old coincidence, but it certainly feels like Kevin Durant, if Kevin Durant didn't want him as the coach, I think he would have vetoed it. But it feels like they had a good relationship, of course. But he's still the coach. He's still the coach. Why? Because I think losing Steve Nash would reduce your chances of keeping KD. The other reason I think they stay is 2 months ago, Kyrie was referring to him and KD as the cornerstones of the organization, and they were going to build with Sean and Joe.
No, but you can't quote Kyrie. It's not fair to quote Kyrie.
No, but it's 2 months ago.
He'll say one thing one day, and then he'll say the complete opposite thing the next day.
Well, I know,
like you might as well like quote your kids and be like, you told me you weren't going to eat candy again. It's like you just can't.
So it's like Summer League. If Chet plays well, look, Summer League counts. If Chet plays poorly, I'm like, come on, you guys making a big deal out of Summer League? If Kyrie wants to stay quotes, I put a lot of value to.
No, Kyrie, don't take anything seriously from him.
On the red carpet of the award show, I'm not putting a lot of credence in.